A beautiful woman was enjoying her meal when suddenly her face began to swell. She had no idea what was happening. Moments later, her legs started swelling as well. She stood up and tried to leave the restaurant, but before she could escape, she collapsed to the ground. Suddenly, a massive mound of flesh began forming around her. Slowly, it crawled toward the window and spilled out into the street. It looked like a gigantic piece of living meat. People who witnessed the horrifying sight began running in panic. A car approaching from across the street lost control and crashed into an electrical box. The woman's friend tried desperately to wake her up, but nothing worked. The flesh mass kept growing larger and larger, spreading throughout the city. At that moment, a mummy appeared, but he was already dead. The entire city was in chaos. The woman was causing destruction on a scale that felt like an earthquake. Meanwhile, a bus crashed into another vehicle. A female driver sat frozen in shock as the giant flesh mass rapidly approached them. If they didn't escape, they would die. Just then, a commander stepped forward. The woman standing beside him wanted to stop the disaster. She used her special powers first. Then it was the commander's turn. He tore up part of the road with his bare hands and lifted a huge slab of concrete into the air. He hoped it would stop the monstrous flesh mass, but it had no intention of stopping. It climbed onto the stone and stretched its head to the side. The commander finally saw the woman's face hidden within the creature. Years earlier, this woman had been a famous actress in the 1950s. Everyone admired her. During the filming of a movie, she suffered a terrible accident and fell into the ocean. A mysterious green gas drifted directly into her mouth, and from that moment, her life changed forever. Her face began swelling uncontrollably. When she looked at herself in the mirror, she was horrified. People around her were terrified of her appearance. She immediately ran away, but her legs started swelling too. Walking became difficult. Years passed, yet she never aged. Along the way, she met others with extraordinary abilities. The people who saved her whenever she transformed into the giant flesh creature became her closest friends. One of them was Steelman. Long ago, Steelman had fallen in love with a racing pilot. When he witnessed a tragic event involving her, he lost control and suffered a terrible accident. Part of his brain survived, and doctors rebuilt him into a man of steel. They taught him how to speak and raised him almost like a child. He even had to learn simple things like climbing stairs all over again. Another friend was the mummy. Before his transformation, he had been an airplane pilot. One day, while flying, his aircraft climbed higher and higher until it seemed to leave the world behind. Communication was completely lost. Then he saw strange clouds surrounding the plane. Believing he was about